We hope they turn that tape on and think that's the same thing they getting. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk. Right back, like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? One day closer. One day closer to this game with the Patriots, and I cannot wait. This week has been dragging. Every week after a loss, it just drags. I just want to get back out there. I want our boys to get back out there, obviously, and just show the world what we can do. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things where at this point we want to be overanalyzing, especially the fans. I want the players to stay, at the drawing board, stay locked in. But the fans, we overanalyze it. That's what we gonna do. It is what it is. I got a question for y'all though. And before I get there, thank you for your support. Thank you for all the new subscribers. We getting closer to that 22K. We on our way there. You know what I'm saying? Are we going to do it this week? Are we going to show more effort? It's a very simple concept. Football is about want to. Do you want it? Because last week we looked like we didn't. I don't know what we put on tape. I don't know if New England's going to pay that any attention. Bill Belichick came out there today and gave a diatribe, a dissertation breakdown on the Cowboys. I'm not reading that. I'm talking about like very thorough breakdown of what we do on all levels, from Dak Prescott to our defense to our special team, like on down the line, literally to the special teams. Gotta give it to Bill, on point. But what are we going to do? There's a lot of quotes been floating around all week. They've been talking to the players and stuff like that, and I've been liking what I've been hearing. Micah Parsons came out and said the energy was off last week. We did not play like we did the first 2 weeks. So it's something that we were looking forward to getting back to for sure. It's super frustrating. That's a fact. He was talking about learning from your L's. You don't want to get a double L. You don't want to go out there and lose and not learn from it. I'm liking the verbiage. I'm liking what I'm hearing because it lets me know that the players have digested this L, have probably watched the tape and wanted to throw up. Like, because we look bad. We look real bad. We did not look like we was beating our chests and talking all that. And we had to hold that L, as I've been pointing to all week. Humble hustle, that's me. Humility is a big thing. When you don't humble yourself or don't move humbly, you will get humbled. The world will humble you. It just will. It is what it is. But listen, J-Ron Kershaw came out. He said something I wanted to touch on as well. He talked about the defensive meetings last week before they left. And he said that, Dan Quinn said something real specific that stuck out to him. He said Dan Quinn said the defense travels, right? And we didn't travel. Kerr said we went out there and instead of being the reason we win, we were a part of the reason we lost. That hit us hard. That's a fact. He was talking about the Patriots. He said if we play our football, right? Because they was asking if the Patriots going to try to copy what the Cardinals did. He said if we play our football, we're going to stop anything. It's not really about what the Patriots do. We hope they turn that tape on. This is what stuck out to me. We hope they turn that tape on and think that's the same thing they're getting. They're not getting anything close to that. That lets me know that they cannot wait to go out there and handle their business. Now listen, last week, pardon me. Sorry, I got too far away from the microphone. Last week, the Cardinals took advantage of our aggression. Over pursuing, no lane integrity, no gap discipline. We was all over the place and they gouged us. Every time we didn't follow and have discipline, they gouged us. This week, I hope that they're focusing on that. Because New England, if anything, is a disciplined team. They got a dirty quarterback. That's another story for another day. But they're a disciplined team. We got to be disciplined or they will gouge us. Because that's how they play on. They're not really explosive. They're just disciplined. They're going to be locked in. We need to be locked in if we want to win this game. Now, I don't want people to be afraid of New England. We beat New England 2 years ago. Remember, Dak Prescott threw for the most yards that have ever been thrown on a Bill Belichick team. Yeah, that Dak Prescott that y'all seem to keep trying to bury. But all of that aside, are we going to do it this week? Are we going to show the discipline, the focus, be locked in, the effort? Last week, the Cardinals, and you got to learn from your mistakes, so I got to touch on this. The Cardinals had an abnormal amount of success running outside. Running outside. Let me get back to it. An abnormal amount of success to where I think Brian Broaddus tweeted it earlier. Hold on, let me get to the tweet. Pardon me, y'all. Arizona found this interesting. Arizona had 21 carries of 207 yards, 2 TDs on outside the tackle runs. Inside the tackle run, 7 carries for 17 yards. Run defense is more than having Hankins and Mozzie Smith. That stands out to me. Shout out to Brian Broaddus. Stands out to me phenomenally. I know it was a lot of outside yards. Saw the James Conner next gen stats thing, but I had no idea it was 200 yards. Now there's been some argument about which was this off tackle, was it not? There's a lot of outside runs. The D tackles was doing their job. This is a linebacker, safety, angles, and edge rusher issue. The D tackles did their jobs for the most part. Ain't nobody was perfect. Nobody walked off that field last week. Should be feeling like they did their job completely. I'm saying that this is not just they threw Mozzie Smith and Jonathan Hankins out the club. They got rid of Oso Digizua. No. It's not that. It's more so, like I said, it was lane integrity, gap discipline, and it was line backing, instinctual, and it was some effort. There was plenty of plays. There's literally an LVU play where he just did not did not dive, got blocked by like one hand. It was terrible. Another play, LVE gets a chance. He's so far out of the play. He just looks slow. He couldn't keep up. I know it was a receiver, but it's just like he couldn't even get over there to reroute him. LVE looking like he might lose his job to me if he don't get it together. I'm being serious. No disrespect to LVE, but if you're just going to be slow and lumbering. Last time we had a linebacker like that, Jalen Smith, we had to get him up out of here. LVE, it might be your time, big dog. I know you know the defense. I know you savvy, but you better play better. Because I'd rather see Harper in there if that's how you're going to look. Or just put Bell in there. But even all of them players, we was getting blocked easily. It was all effort. Like, I'm seeing other defenses fly around. Guys is diving at ankles and just putting the effort in. And I'm like, where's our effort at? You feeling yourself. You think the Cardinals was going to lay down. Nah. They wasn't. Like, seriously, I don't understand what this team thinks or what this team thought. I know we was phenomenal for the first 2 games, but it's more than that. They don't need me to say it. CFT, I don't play. I have complete faith that our guys is locked in and angry at this point. It's going to be a physical game. Ramondre Stevenson, Ezekiel Elliott, 13 personnel, 3 tight ends. Yeah, New England's coming to just get physical with you, out-discipline you, and hope you make a mistake and they win. That's it. We still down some linemen. Zach Martin didn't practice today. Tyler Biadasz didn't practice today. Tyler Smith didn't practice today. It needs to be a physical discipline game. Even with that last week, Dak Prescott, 5th fastest release in the game right now. Mac Jones, 4th fastest. So you can't count on being hero ball and getting sacks. We'll probably get a sack or 2, but that's not what we're going to this game to get. I would love to say we're going to kill Mac Jones. Mac Jones going to get that ball out of his hand. You got to play sound defense. Let the sacks come to you. And they will come if you play the right defense. If you out there just chasing Mac Jones around, of course Mac Jones on athletic, I can get there. No. Because they planning on us being over aggressive and taking advantage of it. I just want to know how y'all feel in the comments, man. Do y'all feel like we're going to fix this run defense? I do. I know we have the personnel. We have the talent. The absolute talent. And I know we have the drive. That losing Trayvon Diggs messed us up mentally for a couple of days. I'm going to give him a mulligan on that because that's their brother. I'm going to give him a pass on that. That plus all the injuries and all the movement on the offensive line, the whole team was out of sorts. But we had to stew in this for a week, and I like that. I like that we just been thinking about it. I like that they can't turn anywhere and not hear about it. I like that people giving up on the team. Scary Cowboy fans. Yo, I don't know if I can trust this team. It's the same thing. It's always the same thing. He's going to be a fan of another team. I don't need that scariness around me because that scariness bleeds into people's minds. If the whole fan base is, you don't know if we can win, the player's going to be like, well, I don't know neither. You either going to support him or not. Don't be in between. Don't flip-flop. Don't be scary when we win and you beating your chest. When we not winning, you, oh no. We don't need fans like that. That's just me. But look, it's your boy, Mr. Rome. The run defense will be fixed. The red zone issues will be fixed. I got us coming out looking like a well-oiled machine. And then when we get a chance to talk about next week, well, how about we'll talk about that when next week comes. Aha.